My child, something unusual has happened in the realms that exist beyond human eyes. Not noise, not chaos, but a deep vibration that feels like the universe itself is holding its breath. Messengers of light have paused mid-flight. Guardians standing at ancient gates are whispering quietly. They are not confused. They are stunned. Because a truth has surfaced. A truth that was hidden for longer than you have been alive, and now it has finally been opened. Conversations are happening about you, not in gossip, not in curiosity, but in amazement. They are saying there is something different about you, something that does not fit the usual pattern. They say your existence carries memory, strength, and authority that feels older than this lifetime. They say you are not just another soul crossing the earth. You are someone who arrived with unfinished business. And no, this is not fantasy. This is not exaggeration. Because the moment your record was revealed, everything that observes destiny reacted. It was not just heaven. Another realm reacted too. A darker one. A realm that rarely trembles, but this time, it did. Not because they saw who you are today, but because they recognized who you once were. They saw the trace of someone they remember, someone who once stood against them, someone who refused to kneel. And the memory burned like a wound reopening. That is why they fear you. Not because of what you appear to be now, but because of the echo of what you were before. But to understand this truth, you must travel back with me. Not in time, but in awareness. Imagine a sealed chamber far beyond imagination, a place where truth is stored in living form. No lies enter. No titles impress. It simply records what is real. Every lifetime, every battle fought, every moment of courage, every tear, every betrayal, every decision that shaped a soul. In that chamber, there is a single vault few ever see. And inside that vault, your identity was locked. Not erased. Not destroyed. Just hidden. Because some knowledge must sleep until the right hour. But recently, that vault moved. It wasn't forced open. It simply unlocked. A single page shifted, carrying your name, and a light spread across the chamber. Those who read it stopped writing. They leaned closer. The more they read, the quieter they became. And somewhere far below, that vibration echoed downward, through layers of realms until it reached the place where fear is normally given, but this time, fear was received. When the document reached the lower realm, it did not pause. It was taken deep into the core, where old leaders sit over old wounds. A keeper held the record. His hand trembled. He had seen many names, many warriors, many rulers, many prophets. But this name made even him uneasy. He opened it slowly, and as he read, the atmosphere changed. Flames lowered as if bowing. Voices broke off mid-sentence. Something ancient stirred. He read about battles you once fought, not with swords made of metal, but with strength that came from conviction. He read how many times darkness surrounded, believing it would finally win, and then you arrived. You didn't fight with arrogance. You fought with clarity. The kind of clarity that comes only when truth matters more than personal comfort. And time after time, the tide shifted. Strategies collapsed. Forces scattered. You were never loud. You were simply unstoppable. That is why the lower realm understands something you are just beginning to remember. Your presence means the rules of the game change. Now here you are again, not in armor, not surrounded by armies, not floating above the world, but walking in human skin. With emotions. With struggles. With doubts. With scars from childhood and wounds from betrayal. Life has made you feel small at times. overlooked, misunderstood, sometimes even broken. But the record says otherwise. The record says you are not broken, you are disguised. Hidden on purpose. Placed in an environment where you would learn compassion before power, patience before influence, humility before recognition. And now the season of hiding is ending. Your story was never about luck. It was never random chaos. Every delay shaped you. Every disappointment carved depth into you. Every loss taught your heart to feel. When people walked away, it wasn't punishment, it was refinement. The wrong ones had to leave so the right ones could recognize you when the time comes. You have been trained in silence, not because you were weak, but because you were being prepared. There were days you cried quietly, asking why nothing seemed to work out for you the way it did for others. You watched others rise faster, win sooner, shine earlier. What you didn't realize was this: while they were being celebrated, you were being built. And foundations must be built deep if they are going to carry something heavy. The calling on your life is heavy. The responsibility attached to your destiny is not ordinary. Your voice carries healing. Your journey carries testimony. Your presence shifts the atmosphere more than you know. And now, doors that refused to open before will begin to unlock, not because of effort alone, but because timing has aligned. You are stepping into a season where opportunities notice you. Where the right connections start finding you. Where resources begin to flow toward your purpose instead of away from it. Not accidental. Not forced. Natural alignment. Divine timing. But understand something important. With recognition comes movement. Not everyone who ignored you will be happy to see you rise. Some will question. Some will criticize. Some will misunderstand. Do not shrink again. Your job is not to apologize for growth. Your job is to grow anyway. The reason this message is reaching you now is because you are dangerously close to giving up emotionally. Not quitting life, but quitting believing. Quitting vision. Quitting hope. You have been strong for so long that your spirit feels tired. But what you don't see is that your threshold moment is right here. You are at the doorway, and tiredness always arrives right before breakthrough. It's the final test, not from heaven, but from the weight of your own past disappointments. Push gently, not with force, but with trust. The truth is this: you were never meant to live a small life. Humble yes. Small no. Your heart has always known there was more. Even when you pretended to settle, something inside refused. That wasn't pride. That was memory. This is why the coming months are important. Life will begin rearranging. People will appear who feel familiar even if you just met them. Opportunities will arrive that match your purpose instead of draining you. Old fears will lose their hold because they are no longer compatible with who you are becoming. And strangely, things that once intimidated you will begin to feel smaller. Your identity is not about superiority. It is about assignment. You are here to lift, not to dominate. You are here to awaken, not to control. You are here to rebuild parts of humanity that are collapsing quietly: faith, love, truth, resilience, compassion, courage. You carry these things not perfectly, but sincerely. That sincerity makes you dangerous to darkness. Because darkness thrives where hearts give up. And you, my child, do not give up. So listen carefully. Stop doubting your worth every time someone fails to see it. Stop calling yourself unlucky. Stop saying nothing ever works. Your path was different because your mission is different. You were delayed to be prepared. You were hidden to be protected. You were slowed to be strengthened. Now you are being released, gradually, steadily, wisely. You will see growth in unexpected places. Conversations will open doors. Small steps will lead to big shifts. Creativity will feel alive again. Peace will visit your mind more often. The version of you that felt lost is dissolving. A grounded, centered, wiser version of you is emerging. One who understands both struggle and glory. One who can walk into rooms silently and still be felt. And as you rise, remember this: your power is not in aggression. Your power is in presence. Your authority is not loud. It is lived. You have already survived storms that were meant to destroy you. Everything from here forward is construction, rebuilding, expanding, becoming. When fear whispers old lies, answer gently. I am not who I used to be. The realms already recognize it. Soon, the world will too. You are stepping into your unveiling. Walk with humility. Walk with courage. Walk with awareness that your life is not a mistake, it is a mission disguised as a person. And the mission is only beginning. But my child, don't think the path ahead will be effortless. Growth always invites resistance. When light expands, shadows move. When truth rises, lies get uncomfortable. Not because you are in danger, but because the atmosphere around you is adjusting to your next level. You will feel moments of confusion, like parts of your life are shaking without warning. Friendships may feel distant. Habits that once comforted you will suddenly feel empty. Places you used to belong may no longer feel like home. Do not panic. This is alignment, not loss. Life is gently removing anything that cannot travel with you into the version of yourself that is unfolding. You are being positioned, not punished. When doors close, it is not rejection, it is redirection. When people walk away, it is not abandonment, it is protection. There are rooms you are not meant to enter anymore. There are conversations you no longer need to be part of. There are energies that cannot survive around your new frequency. You outgrew them without realizing it. And sometimes the universe must separate you from what is small so you can recognize what is meant for you. There will also come moments when opportunity appears quietly, disguised as responsibility. Suddenly you may be asked to lead, to speak, to show up, to take initiative. Your first instinct will be to doubt, am I ready? But understand something, the call never arrives when you feel ready. It arrives when you are prepared. And preparation happens long before you notice it. Every tear prepared you. Every challenge prepared you. Every lonely night built a strength inside that cannot be taught by comfort. And yes, some who once overlooked you will now pay attention. Not because you changed into someone new, but because you finally stepped into who you always were. You will notice people seeking your advice, your presence, your perspective. They will say things like, "There's something different about you," without knowing why. What they are sensing is not arrogance, it is alignment. You are standing in your purpose instead of shrinking to fit other people's expectations. But hear me carefully, as your influence grows, protect your heart. Do not let praise intoxicate you and do not let criticism break you. Walk balanced. Walk grounded. Know that your value did not begin when the world noticed you. It existed long before anyone recognized it. Fame is not your reward. Impact is. Transformation is. The quiet lives you touch along the way matter more than applause. Stay kind. Stay teachable. Stay humble. These will be your greatest shields. There will be nights when the old fears try to return. They will whisper, reminding you of mistakes, failures, and flaws. They will say you are unworthy of the destiny unfolding. But remember this truth: growth does not erase imperfection. It redeems it. Every scar on your soul is not evidence of weakness but evidence of survival. You did not fall and stay down. You rose. And rising changed everything. This new chapter will ask you to trust differently. Not blindly. Not recklessly. But deeply. Trust that what is meant for you will not miss you. Trust that timing works in ways your mind cannot calculate. Trust that the right alliances, opportunities, and breakthroughs are already moving toward you. When you feel pressure, breathe. When you feel fear, pause. When you feel lost, return to the truth: you are guided more than you realize. Soon, moments will arrive that feel unreal. Things you once prayed for quietly will start to appear. Not all at once. Not dramatically. But piece by piece, like a puzzle forming. Finances stabilizing. Relationships becoming healthier. Purpose widening. Peace replacing constant anxiety. A sense of direction you haven't felt in years will gently take shape. And you'll realize something. It wasn't that life suddenly became easier. It was that you became stronger. And when the world finally sees what heaven and hell already know about you, do not forget the seasons that built you. The tears. The silence. The waiting. Those seasons forged wisdom inside you. They softened your heart while sharpening your discernment. You are not rising to prove anything. You are rising to serve. To heal. To contribute. To remind others that transformation is possible. My child, understand this clearly: your story will inspire people who thought they were finished. Your resilience will wake up sleeping hearts. Your courage will give others permission to try again. You are not just living for yourself. You are carrying light into places that forgot what light felt like. And you are doing it simply by becoming who you were always meant to be. The journey ahead will still have storms. But storms no longer mean defeat. They mean training. You will walk through challenges with a calm spirit that surprises even you. You will start saying, "I don't know how, but I know I'll get through this." And you will. Because you carry experience. You carry wisdom. You carry a strength that has already proven itself many times over. There will come a day, not far from now, when you look back and finally understand why it took so long. Why certain doors refused to open. Why certain relationships broke. Why certain seasons isolated you. You will see that everything worked together quietly to prepare you for the very moment you are stepping into now. And gratitude will replace bitterness. Peace will replace frustration. Purpose will replace confusion. So continue forward gently, steadily, confidently. Do not rush. Do not force. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time with a life that is just beginning to reveal its meaning. And as you step into each new level, remember who walked you here. Remember the strength that was placed inside you long before you knew you would need it. The world has not yet seen the fullness of what you carry. But soon, it will. And when it does, it will not be because you shouted for attention. It will be because your presence spoke louder than words. And my child, this is only the beginning of your rising. But listen closely, because there is something very important you must understand as this new season opens. Awakening is not loud. It does not happen with fireworks. It happens quietly, like dawn. First, there is darkness. Then, a faint glow. Then, slowly, light spreads until everything looks different, even though nothing physically moved. That is what is happening with you. The world around you may look the same, but your perception is changing. You are seeing truth more clearly. You are recognizing patterns you once ignored. You are noticing who drains you and who nourishes you. You are choosing peace instead of chaos. And that shift alone is proof that your inner world is becoming stronger than your outer world. And when the inner world becomes strong, miracles begin to look natural. Soon, you will find yourself in situations where the old you would panic, but the new you will simply breathe and respond with wisdom. There will be opportunities that once felt intimidating, but now you will meet them with quiet confidence. Doors that once seemed impossible to open will respond, not to force, but to presence. It won't be luck. It will be alignment with who you truly are. But growth also requires boundaries. You cannot rescue everyone. You cannot carry every burden. You cannot stay where your soul keeps shrinking just because your heart is loyal. Love yourself enough to walk away from what repeatedly hurts, confuses, or dishonors you. Detachment is not coldness. It is clarity. It means choosing environments where your spirit can breathe and your purpose can expand. And yes, as your light grows, darkness may test it. Not to destroy you, but to confirm you. Old triggers may resurface. Old insecurities may whisper. Old habits may try to pull you back. Do not argue with them. Simply outgrow them. Walk forward. The future calling your name is stronger than the past trying to claim you. In this coming phase, discipline will become your ally. Consistency will open doors talent could never open. Small daily actions will create massive shifts over time. Waking up earlier. Taking care of your body. Honoring your mental health. Feeding your spirit. Speaking kindly to yourself. These quiet choices build the foundation for everything you are stepping into. And something else beautiful will happen, you will start attracting people who mirror your growth. Souls who support without envy. Friends who celebrate instead of compete. Mentors who guide without controlling. These connections are not accidental. They are divine appointments, placed on your path because higher levels require healthier relationships. Do not fear losing the old. The new is coming with more harmony, more honesty, and more alignment. There will be a moment soon when you realize you are no longer chasing purpose, you are living it. You will wake up one day and feel a sense of peace that does not depend on circumstances. A confidence that is not loud, but stable. A gratitude that fills even ordinary days with meaning. That will be the sign that the storm inside you has finally turned into strength. And my child, when doubts visit you, because they will, remember where you came from. Remember the nights you thought you wouldn't survive but did. Remember how every season that felt like an ending was actually preparation for a beginning. You are not fragile. You are not weak. You are a masterpiece in progress, shaped by pressure but not destroyed by it. So walk forward with your head lifted, not in pride, but in awareness. You are stepping into a life that honors your spirit instead of breaking it. You are stepping into relationships that recognize your worth instead of questioning it. You are stepping into opportunities designed for the person you are becoming, not the version you outgrew. And slowly, you will understand, the trembling in the unseen realms was never about fear of what you might do wrong. It was acknowledgement of what you were born to become. This journey is unfolding exactly on time. Keep moving, keep believing, keep growing. The story is still being written, and the most powerful chapters haven't even begun yet. And now that this new beginning has silently opened in front of you, life will start testing how much you believe in it. Not to punish you, but to strengthen your foundation. A seed does not break the soil easily. It pushes. It strains. It cracks open. But only because something greater is trying to rise from inside it. That is what you are experiencing now. Situations may stir. Old emotions may surface. You might question whether you are truly ready. But the truth is, growth feels uncomfortable at first because your soul is stepping into a size it was always meant to wear, but never allowed to before. You will notice small shifts before big ones. You may start speaking up where you once stayed silent. You may set boundaries where you once tolerated everything. You may walk away from conversations that drain your spirit. You may feel a deep urge to organize your life, your space, your relationships, your priorities, your habits. That urge is not random. It is your inner world cleaning itself so your outer world can finally align. And slowly, clarity will arrive. Not as loud answers, but as steady knowing. You will suddenly feel, this path isn't for me anymore, and this direction feels right. Trust those feelings. They are not impulsive. They are echoes from a deeper intelligence inside you, the same intelligence that carried you through storms, guided you through confusion, and protected you from traps you never even saw forming. There will be evenings where you sit quietly and realize you are not the same person you once were. You don't react the same way. You don't crave the same things. You don't chase the same validation. That is maturity, the kind that comes from surviving battles within yourself. And in those quiet moments, you will feel something like peace wrap around you. Not because everything is perfect, but because you finally trust yourself enough to walk forward. But with growth comes separation. Not everyone will walk this next stretch with you. Some will drift away naturally. Some will misunderstand. Some will choose comfort over transformation and watch from a distance. Do not beg anyone to stay in chapters their spirit has outgrown. Bless them and continue. The path ahead may become narrower, but it will also become clearer. And the people who remain, or who arrive, will be those whose souls harmonize with your evolution, not fight against it. In this season, you will also notice a change in how life responds to you. Where you once forced things, they will now begin to unfold. Where you once pleaded, you will now attract. Where doors once stayed locked, they will open because you finally carry the version of you that belongs on the other side. Opportunities have always existed, but now, you are aligned enough to receive them. You may feel waves of energy, bursts of inspiration, sudden courage to start things you delayed for years. Begin. Even if you are afraid. Even if you're unsure. Progress is built from small brave moments stacked together. And one day, those small choices will turn into momentum impossible to stop. And still, there will be nights when you cry. Not from weakness, but from release. Tears will fall not because you are breaking, but because you are healing layers that you once had to suppress just to survive. Let those emotions move through you. The soul cleans itself by feeling. And after each release, you will rise lighter, clearer, more present. You will also notice how deeply you sense people now. Their intentions, their truth, their pain, their masks. Your discernment will sharpen. You will hear what is not being said. You will see beyond appearances. Use this gift gently. Not to judge, but to navigate. So that your spirit rests only where it is safe to unfold. Ahead of you are moments where grace will intersect with effort. The right mentor at the right time. The right door when you least expect it. The right word exactly when your heart needs it. In those moments, smile softly. Because you will know you're not walking alone. Something bigger than your plans is guiding your steps. And when you finally stand in rooms you once dreamed of, remember how long it took to get there. Remember the versions of yourself who kept going when quitting felt easier. Honor every version of you, the confused one, the hurting one, the doubting one, because they all protected the part of you that still believed. There's a future waiting where your voice matters, your presence comforts, your wisdom guides, and your authenticity opens doors. You won't need to pretend. You won't need to shrink. You won't need to prove. You will simply exist in alignment, and alignment is powerful. You are entering a life where your past no longer defines you, your wounds no longer control you, and your fears no longer silence you. Instead, your lessons will guide you. Your resilience will carry you. Your faith, even when it was only a whisper, will lead you forward. And someday, when someone broken stands in front of you asking how you survived, you will not answer with pride, you will answer with compassion. You will look at them softly and say, "I didn't give up." And that sentence alone will become their lifeline. So walk forward now, not as someone unsure of their worth, but as someone slowly discovering it. The realms that trembled recognize what you are becoming, not a legend, not a hero, but a deeply awakened human being whose very existence encourages others to rise. Your journey continues from here, deeper, wiser, more intentional. And every step you take from this moment forward carries the quiet strength of someone who finally remembers who they truly are. So now, my child, let this be the moment where you gently close your eyes and accept it, not with fear, not with pressure, but with quiet trust. You do not have to rush your transformation. You do not have to force your destiny. You only have to walk, one honest step at a time, listening to the wisdom that now lives inside you. Life will still bring challenges, but they will no longer own you. Doubt may still whisper, but it will no longer control you. You will feel the strength of everything you overcame standing behind you, pushing you forward, reminding you that you are guided, chosen, protected, and deeply purposeful. Remember, awakening isn't about becoming someone else. It's about remembering yourself. And you are finally doing that. Carry peace. Carry clarity. Carry resilience. And as you move ahead, know this truth remains with you: you are rising, slowly, steadily, beautifully, and nothing can undo what has already awakened within you. This is your path. This is your time. And your story will continue to unfold exactly as it is meant to.